Hey folks, welcome to the It's the Economy Stupid video podcast for December 2nd. I'm David Campbell. Don't forget to check out the written version of this podcast at www.davidwcampbell.com. That's www.davidwcampbell.com. The recession is on everybody's mind these days and the impact that it might have on a place like New Brunswick. I don't think the recession is going to have significant impact in the short term on New Brunswick because we don't have a large-scale manufacturing sector here, as does Southern Ontario, that's massively impacted by the downturn in the United States. I am, however, worried about the price of oil. The price of oil now is below $50 a barrel. At some point, that might end up halting or even stopping oil sands development out in Alberta. If that happens, there could be potentially thousands of ex-New Brunswickers coming back to the province. Because the way it works right now is that a lot of New Brunswickers have moved out to Alberta, but they're only out there temporarily working in the oil sands. They are sending these big paychecks back to be spent in New Brunswick. If they have to come back to New Brunswick, not only will we not have their paychecks to be spent here, but we'll have a lot of unemployed people, good blue-collar, skilled tradesmen that don't have work. So now, maybe now is a good time for the provincial government to redouble their efforts to attract and grow some large-scale industrial development opportunities that could put these people to work right here in New Brunswick. I continue to be frustrated by the lack of good economic development research for a place like New Brunswick. If you look at Ontario or other larger provinces, they spend a lot of money, either private sector money or public money, really studying the economic problems and challenges facing their region and putting forward proactive solutions how to make things better. But in a place like New Brunswick, we don't have a lot of that research, and I think we could use a lot more. For example, I've listed a couple of titles here. How about studying things like foreign direct investment in New Brunswick over the last 20 years? Or how about one called Why We Need More Bricklands? The case for targeted industrial development. Everybody complains about that project, but it was the last bold, ambitious attempt to kickstart an industrial sector in New Brunswick, and I, for one, think it was a great idea, even though it failed. How about one called The Long-Term Effects of Outmigration, the true effect of the loss of human capital? These kinds of things need to be studied in New Brunswick, and they're not being studied today. I'd like to see that done in a far more robust way. That's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed the video version of this podcast. If you have any questions or comments or anything that you want addressed on this podcast, don't forget to send me an email, david@upia.ca, and I'll try to cover it either in written form or in response on this video podcast. Have a good week, and don't forget, it is the economy, stupid.